Hi, you guys. Welcome to day 11 of Hot Topics and Cool Drinks. This event is created exclusively for adults 50 and over, especially those of us who are corporate executives, past or present, entrepreneurs, educators, and family stewards, part of households that have invested in private education, people who understand that values, not trends, are what guide families. Each evening, we gather here to center ourselves in clarity and in conversation. Every night includes a featured book that aligns with purpose, legacy, and awareness, a wellness tip for women who are navigating menopause, a discussion about parenting, business, and leadership in today's noisy world, and yes, every night begins and ends with poetry from my book, She Shines Anyway, because grounding ourselves in intention is how we stay powerful. I'm your host, Antoinette Wolf, a corporate executive or former corporate executive, now turned philanthropist, entrepreneur, licensed real estate agent, writer, and mother. And tonight we have a powerful topic, an essential business principle, and one of the most influential books in modern publishing. So first, before we get started, let's introduce my cool drink of the evening. It's called Vitalife. Okay, and this is a strawberry flavor, well, strawberry vanilla flavor. Let me share some of the ingredients with you. It's a prebiotic drink, so of course, carbonated water, organic cane sugar, organic strawberry puree, apple cider vinegar, lemon puree, and sea salt. Those are some of the main ingredients. There's other things like stevia and things like that. But what I like about this one is that it only has 45 calories for the entire can. And I'm going to have a sip. Hey, let's have our toast to tonight. Okay. And so I give this an 8 actually. It's not too sweet. It's not overpowering sweet. And it's not bland. You actually have some sweet to it. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. Now let's go ahead to tonight's poem from my book. You know, each night we do read one of these poems, baby, because I wrote this, She Shines Anyway, 76 poems for the woman that refuses to dim her light. And I read it every night in the beginning and the end because sometimes you need that little oomph. Okay, so this poem here is called The Shade is Coming from Within. It wasn't strangers throwing shade. It was the one who once clapped, the ones who you shared secrets with, who still couldn't hold you back. It wasn't the world, it was your circle, smiling on the surface, jealous at the core. You asked what changed, but the truth is nothing. Your light just got too bright from the darkness that they kept tucking. You didn't outgrow them, they just never grew. And shade always rises where light once walked through. And this poem here is in this book, She Shines Anyway. And you know you can find this book as well as my other books either on Amazon.com or my website, bewellnesscenter.shop. Okay? So now that we've done that, I want to talk about another book. Let's talk about our featured book for tonight. Okay, our featured book for tonight is this book here. It's called The 48 Laws of Power by Robert E. Greene. And Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power is a strategic manual for understanding influence, human behavior, and the hidden dynamics that drive competition and cooperation in every area of life. It blends historical examples from leaders, rulers, warriors, and visionaries from ancient China to modern America to reveal timeless principles for gaining, defending, and recognizing power. This book isn't a moral guide. It's a realistic playbook. Greene's tone is unapologetic, direct, warning readers that power is always present, whether we acknowledge it or not. He encourages readers to understand these laws, not necessarily to manipulate others, but to protect themselves against those who might. And each law comes with examples of both successful application and disastrous missteps when ignored. Now, about Robert Greene. Robert Greene is an American author known for his deep dives into history, philosophy, and psychology. He studied classical literature at the University of Wisconsin-Madison before working in various industries. Now, those industries do include Hollywood to journalism, experiences that shaped his understanding of ambition and human nature. His works are popular among leaders, entrepreneurs, athletes, and artists for their no nonsense approach to strategy. Other notable books that he has written would be The Art of Seduction, The 33 Strategies of War, Mastery in the Laws of Human Nature. Greene is recognized for his narrative style, blending storytelling with direct bullet point lessons that are immediately in business, politics, and personal relationships. Now, tonight I want to share with you guys some of the 48 laws. I might actually just read all of them, but that doesn't mean don't go read the book, because he goes into actual detail, okay, and gives examples of different rulers that apply these different laws. I mean, he's incredibly talented. You know, there's not a lot of writers that kind of give you the behind the scenes of certain dynamics, including corporate America. And I love the fact that, you know, he goes into detail and he gives examples, he gives scenarios throughout history, so that you can actually apply these laws and actually see where that a law applies. So anyway, so let me read the 48 laws, not the book, but the 48 laws, okay? I might not get through all of them, but let's see. Number 1, never outshine the master. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Conceal your intentions. Always say less than necessary. I'm gonna actually skip through. I'm gonna skip down to 20. Do not commit to anyone. 25, recreate yourself. I'm not going to read all of them, I've decided, because you need to get this book. You need to get this book, okay? Especially if you're a person that's getting ready to transition from corporate America and you had not been applying these laws and you're getting ready to transition into your own empire, then you need to get this book, okay? I'll just give one more. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Okay? And so, yeah, check that book out. Now, I'll be transparent with you. I did not get this book from, I do not have this book on my website yet, bewellnesscenter.shop. I got my book from Barnes & Nobles, but you can also find it on Amazon. I don't think Target carries it, but maybe Target's website, Books A Million, you know, places like that. But definitely try Barnes & Noble and Amazon, okay? And I'll have it soon, so check back, bewellnesscenter.shop. Don't forget, 48 Laws of Power by Robert E. Greene. So let's go on and have a sip of our drink before we go on to the business corner for the night, okay? Tonight, the business corner is the importance of scaling, okay? Now, scaling means growing your business reach and revenue without equally increasing your costs, staff, or workload. It's how you turn a job into a sustainable enterprise. Now, why scaling matters is because it protects your time and energy. You work smarter, not harder, and positions your business to handle higher demand without breaking operations. It increases profitability by leveraging systems instead of more labor, and it builds long-term value and can run and even sell without you even doing all the work. Now, traditional scaling methods would be automating operations, using technology to handle repetitive tasks, creating standard operating procedures. So any team member can replicate quality results, and building evergreen assets, products, content, or systems that keep working for you. Now, something that we've been talking about the last few nights is how AI can assist you with expanding your business, okay? And so, of course, I have some examples of how AI can supercharge scaling. AI is a force, okay? It's a multiplier. It doesn't just save time, it amplifies output without having to hire extra people. So, marketing and customer outreach. AI can create and schedule weeks of social media, blog, and email content in minutes. Example, instead of paying a marketing agency $3,000 a month, you can use AI to draft posts, captions, and visuals, then lightly edit them to match your voice. Then, for customer service and client management, AI chatbots can actually answer your FAQs, which are the questions, answers and questions, confirm appointments, and send reminders instantly. Example, a wellness studio saves 20 hours per month by letting an AI assistant handle all rescheduling requests. Number 3, market research and competitive analysis. AI scans competitor sites, customer reviews, and industry trends instantly. So, for example, a real estate firm uses AI to spot underpriced properties before competitors even sees them. Number 4, product and service personalization. AI can recommend products or services to customers based on their behavior. So an example would be an online shop sees a 25% sales jump after AI-powered suggestions are added to the checkout. Number 5, workflow optimization. AI can design workflows, forecast workloads, and prevent bottlenecks. So an example is a consultancy uses AI to automatically assign tasks and balance workloads across team members. So the bottom line is this: when you scale using AI, your costs stay low and the customer experience always stays high quality because it's accurate. Okay, now I'm just putting that little tidbit there. It is accurate. And your time stays protected, because when your times, because remember, this is all about us having more time, being more independent, and holding on to our legacies for the people that matter most. So the more time that we're able to have, the more money we're able to have, the better things are for our families and those that walk behind us, right? Yeah. So that's my business corner for the evening. Let me have a little sip of my drink before going on to the next topic, which is their Menopause Minute. So guys, plug your ears for just a second. So the Menopause Minute. So as I've been saying every single night, menopause starts anywhere between the age of 35 and 55, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, but that's generally when it starts, between 35 and 55. And you guys know I'm going through it. So let me share with you some tidbits for today. So today's tip: prioritize magnesium. This mineral supports better sleep, reduces muscle cramps, and helps stabilize mood. And why it matters is because hormonal changes during menopause can interfere with magnesium absorption. Stress hormones also deplete magnesium, making symptoms worse. Okay, so foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, avocado, and dark chocolate. Supplements like magnesium or citrate are often better absorbed than oxide. Lifestyle: pair magnesium intake with calcium and vitamin D for bone health. And we talked about calcium and vitamin D last night. Now, a pro tip is to take magnesium in the evening, and it can better promote relaxation and better quality of sleep, which is critical during menopause. Okay, so that's that. And as we get closer toward the end of the month, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into this. So guys, be prepared for that. You better still come, but definitely be prepared. Okay. Now, tonight's hot topic that I want to discuss is why you must charge for your services. Okay. So for the last 10 days, here on Hot Topics and Cool Drinks, we've been focused on the national crisis, okay, as parents, the rise of online harassment and cyberbullying that's been targeting our children. And it is urgent, and it's an ongoing conversation that we're going to continue to have this month. But tonight, I want to take a break from that and shift to a different but equally important topic, and that is the importance of getting paid for your services. Because when I first started my podcast, What We've Been Waiting for Unedited, which you guys can find over on iHeart, Spotify, Apple, or wherever most podcasts are streaming, I wasn't charging for featuring certain people or their projects. And I thought that exposure was mutually beneficial. But here's what happened. Instead of opportunities or revenue, I just kept getting more requests for more free mentions. And so free work, what that attracts is more free work. People rarely decide to pay later. They get used to your value being free and they build their expectations around it. And so some of the patterns that I saw is that people I featured again referring others, not as paying clients, but as friends, I should also feature for free. Some tried to turn my platform into their permanent promotional space without offering partnerships or compensation. And a few even used my name and platform in ways that I didn't approve of, creating reputational risk. This happens in all industries. So like if you're a boutique owner, asked to donate products for exposure at events that lead to no real sales, or photographers who's asked to shoot events for the portfolio, but they're never paid for the hours worked, consultants asked to give quick advice that ends up being full of business strategies. And here's the deeper truth. Free work can devalue your brand in the eyes of paying customers. It blurs the boundaries between generosity and exploitation. It drains time and resources that should be invested in paying clients. And that's why I no longer discuss specific people outside of the authors that we feature here on this show unless there is a clear agreement in place. This experience inspired me to write a book about it and about the value of your voice, your platform, and your time. And it will be out December of 2025, so by the end of the year. So I have a question for you. Have you ever experienced this, whether in business, media, or creative work? Have you had people keep asking you for free promotions, features, or consultations instead of paying you? And if so, I want you to leave it in the comments. How did you handle it? Now the final thought about it is charging isn't just about money. It's about respect. It sets the tone for every interaction and it ensures sustainability and makes it clear that your work has value. Okay? So that's all I want to say on that. That's the hot topic, is make sure you charge. Don't be out here giving out free. Don't give out those free services, especially as corporate executives. Even if you're former, do not give out free services. We've done too much work to give free stuff out. Now, closing, let me read our final poem for the night, because tonight's lesson is about protecting your worth as much as it is about building your legacy. And this poem here is called Wolves Don't Brag to Sheep. I don't need to announce it. I just move. I don't need applause. I got proof. While they gossip, I'm building. While they copy, I'm shifting. There's no need to roar when you walk like you own the ground. There's no need to flex when the power makes sound. They try to bait me with pettiness, but I don't entertain the cheap. I don't perform for the insecure. Wolves don't brag to sheep. Do you guys like that? I hope you do. And then if you do, you know where to find it. Either Amazon.com or BeWellnessCenter.shop. Okay. Now, as always, that's that. And so I just want to say, join me tomorrow, same time, same place, for another night of hot topics and cool drinks created exclusively for executive corporate parents 50 and over who come from college-educated families and who are deeply invested in protecting, expanding, and passing on the legacies that their parents began. We are here for those who value education as the foundation for opportunity, who believe in building lasting wealth and wisdom for their heirs, and who understand that the conversations that we have here are not just talk, they are tools for our legacies. Okay? Anyway, that's it. That's all I have tonight. Thank you for joining me. And as always, stay good. Come back tomorrow. Bye.